This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
Forever Dog.
When your first choice is a big old bus,
you turn around and boom, you end up with a sloppy seconds. Oh, diva.
are you ready for some sloppy seconds? I'm Big Dipper.
And I'm Meatball.
And you're screaming. And welcome to Sloppy Seconds. Are you ready for a show?
Are you ready for a show? Are you ready for stunts and shenanigans? I can't.
Wait, isn't a shunt when you get injured and then they have to put like a tube? No, they have to like shove a tube in to like. Let me look up what a shunt is.
It's not like when someone's like choking in a restaurant and they're like, I need a pen and a knife.
I think it's when it's a medical device that relieves pressure on the brain caused by fluid accumulation. I think it's a very like Civil War doctor thing when they have to like stab a shunt.
Remember like ancient Rome where they're like, if you had a headache, they'd take a piece of your skull out.
I don't remember it, but
I mean, do you remember learning? Do you remember
school?
Do you remember when you were in school?
Speaking of learning in school,
I'm here to get schooled on some things about business, some things about Britney, some things about making money and makeup. And today's guest is an expert on all things. It's Biblegirl!
Hi, Biblegirl!
Hi. Hello. That's very generous of you, Meatball.
Very
knowing what to do with makeup. How nice of you.
Wait, but didn't you...
You're like a fucking gorgeous lady.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Also, didn't you used to like work a makeup job?
I did. I do forget that I did that. It was like a seasonal makeup job at Abracadabra. It's a Halloween store that's open year round in New York City, in like Chelsea, Manhattan.
Yeah.
That's how you expertly mastered the bloody nose.
Yeah, well, popper burns do help, and anecdote to manifest what I'm putting outward is always helpful as well. Yes,
I love that.
That's so cool. Mm-hmm. So let's just start from New York.
Okay.
When did you start doing drag in New York?
As you know, as a drag queen, the math gets a little blurry. So I'll give you like 5.
I don't need exact.
5,
no,
6
give us
years
the
and change.
sugarcane answer of 2 months ago.
2 months ago, I'm just fresh.
I wish it were that easy.
Right?
No, it was about like 6 years or so ago that I was in college doing my bachelor's degree after getting my associates for fashion design, women's wear specifically at FIT. And then
degrees.
Degrees on degrees.
Yeah. But then I was like about like 8 months in doing like my apartment drag and really wanting to go outward with it because I felt like there was just that divine energy pulling me in that direction, And I was in class one day. I was like sitting over like a loom because we had to learn knitwear as like part of like
you had to learn to knit to do it. Oh
no, and I because I wanted to make lingerie. That was the focus I wanted. But like in order to get to that point, I had to go through like these other steps in like that first semester of the bachelor's degree. So I was like sitting over this knitwear loom, like an OG, like scrubbing back and forth, like having to wire the yarn. And I like had a breakdown about like a month into it where I just like went out for like a very elongated smoke break and just like kind of contemplated what I really wanted. And then I texted my parents and I was like, look, I know this is not exactly what you're probably going to want to hear, but I do already have the degree. So like that was leverage for me, And I was like, this is what I think needs to be done. And they were like, okay, well, how are you going to do this? And how are you going to make this like a sustainable living? And I said, I don't know, but I'm going to certainly figure it the fuck out. And
you prove them right.
Yeah.
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
here it is. I own these other girls now.
Well, yeah. Well, I share the platform.
Oh,
with the other girls.
She shares the profit.
Yes.
Wait, so now you just said thinking about taking your apartment drag.
Mm-hmm.
Did your apartment drag include Twitter drag, or was it at that point just really private?
No, it was like it wasn't necessarily private. I was definitely like displaying it out on my Instagram as it is and still is. It was always the same handle. And I just...
Because she's religious.
Because she's very religious.
Yeah, I really keep up with the good book for sure. I use it for rolling papers. That's what But where was I going with this? Can you please remind me? Sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained.
It was just how did you go from apartment
Did you see Miss Tony Soto outside and hit that joint?
No, I really
I fucking almost did.
No. I remember your golden rule because you didn't smoke when you were podcasting over at Willems when I came over to pick up.
Well, they don't. I never.
Oh, never ever.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
He used to be a pothead and now he doesn't smoke at all.
I see.
But
I see.
also,
Smart girl.
I have to guide them, so it's
of
helpful.
Course, understood. No. I'm really cool right now. No, so I was just kind of like outwardly putting what I was just doing on the internet without really much of a destination in mind, you know, and I was really enjoying it for what it represented to me as like a form of liberation, as just like a fan of drag, like a really hardcore Drag Race fan at the time, no less. And it was just kind of like a fun thing that I saw could really make anything I wanted to do possible. And I was just like, fuck, like, let me just take a crack at it. And that's kind of where it started.
I just love that you were talking about Instagram because, like, I think about Instagram as a business. I was telling somebody this the other day that I was just like, at this point now, it's like, it's where I make my money. It's how I promote myself. It's like how all of that started. But when you first started on Instagram, you were a big deal, like almost from the get-go, I feel like. I was hearing about you like a year after you started.
Well, it was a funny journey because I wasn't using it as a business ever, like at all.
Like, when did it come to mind to be a business?
It was just one of those organic falling into, like, once I left school, how the hell am I going to put every puzzle piece I've collected along the way together to make this shit work. So, I mean, it was a little, maybe like a year and a half or so into really practicing it, where things started to come into fruition. And I would say the pieces really started moving a little bit before DragCon LA 1. And so the business itself.
That is so like recent. That's so recent.
Yeah. It's like really, it's been a very fast turnaround. And I don't think, I mean, as much strategy and like critical thinking has really gone into this with myself, my partner, Chris, my dad, David. It's also been a matter of timing. And I think the fact that like I was just kind of an avid drag fan watching and observing how things were shifting just even on a social scale, versus like an industry scale. Yeah. I saw that there was this, I always refer to it like a Venn diagram, like the circles were really starting to converge between like the mainstream and the industry. And as I was attending shows like the original Battle of the Seasons, where I'd be at like Gramercy Theater or something, there would be like those merch stands, but I always wondered, what is that internal? Like, what is that overhead like? What is that return for the girls themselves? Are they making that money back?
Well, and like, there was also one thing with those original Battle of the Seasons, like they used to be called RuPaul's Drag Race Battle of the Seasons, and World of Wonder was getting a check for that name. And now because the idea of queens putting on these theater shows has become so much more prevalent, you don't need that name on top, so you don't have to pay the rights. They used to literally have to cut a check to say RuPaul's Drag Race Battle of the Season.
Yeah.
That's so insane.
And I'm sure as like the show has also evolved through its own like distribution and like turnover with whoever's handling it, I'm sure those contracts have also just been so like amorphous and malleable to the point where like it's so different than that now. Where, like I feel like the girls have a bit more autonomy and like making their decisions for like how they're going to approach being on a tour like that and like how they want to make their money back, which I don't think it was that way like 6 years ago.
I agree. And for anyone listening who is sort of like, we really just jumped into a business conversation.
Sorry, I totally just missed
this.
That was me.
I'm fascinated by this. But so if you live under a rock, Biblegirl owns dragqueenmerch.com with these other people that you run this company with these other people that you were talking about, which is basically the go-to merch site for anything drag queen related. And so that's where we're talking about business decisions and merchandising.
Yeah, I just felt so at home. I found no intro needed.
No, it's amazing.
No,
but
thank you. Sorry about that.
I just feel like everyone knows who you are.
Me
like
too.
anyone who's listening to this podcast.
Thank you.
But I will say, like, so you were talking about a Venn diagram. I also think there's like the Venn diagram of like your career as a performer and as a queen, and then also all this other stuff that you're doing on the back end as a business person. And the mixing of those two things, because when I first found out about you and I was following you on Twitter, I think I was still living in New York at the time.
You
maybe.
were a New Yorker,
yeah.
huh? Yeah.
And, but I remember being like, oh, who is this person who everyone is following? Like I never heard of you. And then when I did hear of you, I was like, everyone was talking about you. And then like shortly after you were booked on a tour in Brazil and that, you know, it was just like your internet thing sort of spiraled so quickly. What was that experience like watching those numbers go up?
The numbers were really kind of crazy because it was before like Instagram or social media became that corporatized entity situation.
It was like the beginning of influencer culture.
No,
it wasn't
I can
even
barely
like,
remember Instagram without like ads. Like, I do not remember that.
I deliberately recall it like because I was working an overnight shift as a host for a little bit while I was still dabbling and trying to find my way through drag, like as I had just left school. So like I was always on Instagram just killing time, you know? And that was where I also saw this ebb and flow of how the social media sphere started to really work with like whether it was hashtags, which I don't really use, but kind of seeing how there was an influx of certain types of posts or certain people that were constantly posting or how bot accounts started coming in. But with that being said, so like the number flow was really interesting to watch and change, but also it was something that I feel like a lot of the girls at the time didn't seem to understand. And in part with that, I got a lot of backlash because of it, just kind of for existing.
Yeah.
And it was this weird, I don't know if the right word is projected, internalized like confusion where they thought like, I don't know, they put me in this weird trope as just like the social media girl, which we all know is like definitely a character card now at this point in the industry. But my methodology from the jump was like, but you have an Instagram account, I have an Instagram account. So like, what's the differentiation?
And you were doing shows with the same dolls that were probably jealous of you. I mean, I saw, you were like always at, what was it before it was Club Coming? Eastern Bloc.
Eastern Bloc.
Yeah.
That was like my first gay bar when I moved to the city too. So it was like a very fun, like full circle thing. I remember getting
fucked in the bathroom there when I lived in New York.
I've had sometimes.
Those bathrooms stink too.
Oh girl, they're foul. So foul.
But I think it was one of the things when I first started following you, I was keenly aware that nothing you were doing felt necessarily calculated, but you knew very much that you were on social media. And I think other people use social media to quote unquote share their real life. And you were like, I am going to give you entertainment on my Twitter and Instagram. And I'm going to like start memes, run jokes, like troll people in a very public way that feels a part of my own narrative. Like,
so canonized, right?
Yeah.
So like, I feel like a lot of like what I do on Instagram came from watching you on Instagram or watching your Twitter when you would like literally drag people, but it was in the funniest ways. Like you would go on long runs, which I love.
Exactly.
It was like you wouldn't let a joke die. You were like, no, just when you think it's over, here we go again. And it didn't lose its entertainment.
And it feels like the kind of thing where you know exactly that Instagram and social media is not real.
Yes.
But you also know that if you work with it in a certain way, it can really turn into a business and turn into money.
You were acting as if there was zero consequences. And I loved that. Yeah. That was just like, there was nothing you were going to lose.
Yeah. I want to be canceled. So like, bring it on.
Well, I was going to say, you've had every category. Bible Girl's been canceled. Bible Girl's been celebrated. Bible Girl's
she's
been
quitting drag.
Right. It's all
we
of those
miss the old Bible Girl.
I've had a great arc. I feel
Free
like,
Bible Girl.
I feel like my own pop star, you know? It's like, it's really something. Yeah.
Have you ever thought about putting together, because I know you're a fan of Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh God, yes.
Have you ever, because you know, like all the Kardashian clan are very famous for when they swear to God on something.
Bible.
Right. Have you ever done a like club mix with all of their voices in it?
I haven't. That's actually a really good idea. I'm not so proficient. Like I can make a mix, but I'm not proficient in like
this bitch
sitting.
Can make a mix.
I know you can make a mix.
They're so bad.
No, I mean they're so good that people love to steal them from you.
Oh yeah, they're not mastered well. I don't know how to do that, but yeah, people do keep taking it. Yeah. And for that, I am upset.
Yeah.
Well, there's an idea for you. All the girls sing Bible.
Yeah, I do a very mean Caitlyn Jenner, just overall head to toe.
So good.
It's so good.
Thanks.
Did you ever get any backlash for doing that?
Momentarily, but I think like what you were just saying about there being that Venn diagram about like entertainer, performer, business person, whatever. people, and this is also the beauty of DragCon, which we're coming off the heels of. There's that duality that I think people are able to really start to split now that I'm about as deep as I am into this drag career of mine, where people understand exactly what is not real and what is real, and seeing what my actions and behaviors outside of social media are versus what has been done or characterized or put out there as like humor or content. And that has helped. Of course, there was initial backlash, but I have enough people who also know how I am as a person.
I was going to say, I feel like talking to you, and like I've met you numerous times outside of drag, it's just like so funny because I'm sure you get all the time, because I get it. It's like, oh, you're so different than when you're on the internet. Like when you're on the internet, you're fun and crazy. Why are you so boring right now?
I thought you'd be such a bitch.
And you're like, no, I mean, that's the character. I'm here to be nice to you in person, especially at DragCon. Except for I was telling people not to look me in the eye.
That's okay.
That's fine.
But that's
I didn't want them to see my makeup.
That's you.
I was wearing bangs. Don't look at me.
You're like, I ran out of taco. There's not enough.
Oh my God.
Amy, I need more.
You ran out of that wholesale supply already, Mama?
Oh, yes.
Damn.
Are you coming out with a palette soon?
Yeah, when's that happening?
When's your makeup palette coming out?
You know, not to say I was ahead of the trends, but I was working on one like 2 years ago, and it just never wound up coming to fruition.
I could fully imagine you launching a whole ass makeup palette, but when it opens up, it's like just something completely different. It's just Vaseline.
And glitter.
Just like a covered like pool of oil that you're gonna lift and dab it through.
It's a makeup remover. It's like telling them to quit.
Stop now.
Stop now.
It's called Stop Now. Exclusively from Biblegirl.
So how long ago did you move to LA?
Just
recently, right?
It's super recent.
8-9 months ago.
Wow.
Last August. Yeah. Like the last week of August.
Like a beautiful sun-kissed California.
Saint-Tropez self-tanner really gets the job done.
What was the biggest difference for you when you got here, drag scene-wise?
The respect.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More or less.
More. A lot more, actually.
You mean personally or in general for queens? And
I would say both. I would say both ends of that spectrum. Not to say that I didn't have friends or like solid community and family back in New York, but it goes back to me saying how like there was this weird marginalization of like who I was or what I was trying to do with whatever my mission was at the time. And there was definitely like a lot of false narrative of what people felt like painting my picture as in the community in New York, which therefore kind of like didn't allow me to be immediately looped into shows that were constantly in cycle. I wasn't necessarily the first on people's list to be like, oh, I have a guest spot. Let me hit this person up. I was kind of a bit more focused or not focused on and was seen as like the afterthought, or at least from my perspective, that's where it came from. And I don't know if that's because of how people viewed me from the jump, even though I just kind of stayed in my lane. And did I have like some clapback situations with people? Sure. But I mean, we're human first and foremost, but also like, I'm also not the only drag queen to have drama, but that being said, moving out here, it was like night and day, where my only gig in New York by the time I left was my own, gig, which I started post, 2016 election, which was for like charity. So it wasn't any for profit for me. So drag kind of stopped becoming lucrative in a certain sense, where I felt I was forced to hit a certain glass ceiling that wasn't willing to break for me. And it really took my partner, Chris, to push me out of the nest and like get out of my comfort zone and be like, no, I think like you need to take the leap. Like you work way more on the road out in LA period than you do in New York. People think you literally live in LA because of it. And like, people from his perspective, he saw that there was just a genuine kindness that we were getting beyond what we were receiving out in New York. And so with that being said, like, it's been like such a snowball effect where the work has just increased 100-fold. I'm working more than I ever thought I ever would.
Yeah, I would share with my mama, Miss Marta Beaches.
I love Marta. She's the best.
Bang Bang Room.
Yes. Every third Sunday.
Where is that? That's downtown.
It's downtown.
Yes.
It used to be a different bar.
Oh, right.
And now it's on it's on 7th, right?
I think so. Yeah. It's a great party, but she is so
fun.
fabulous.
And that's a wild bar. Yeah, Marta is like one of the hardest working drag queens.
I will say till the day I die.
I will too. 6 nights a week. I don't know how she does it.
I really, really don't.
I respect her so much because she also is not a drinker. So she's out there talking to you, partying, being interactive.
She's genuinely social. Yeah.
Just the whole time without a drop of liquor.
Do you have any idea what that might be like, Meatball? Genuinely social?
I'm going to give that one a nope.
Once the wig is on my head, it kind of helps. You know?
So the two of you are in, I would say, a unique position because I think both you and Meatball book shows with a lot of queens from TV, like bigger profile shows where you're the one or the two on the bill who haven't been on Drag Race.
But I will say that I had the platform of Dragula, which like put me in that place. You didn't have anything.
You had
like that.
your ingenuity and Twitter.
And your brain and Twitter. And a lot of celebrities to fight with.
The last brain cell I got left helped,
What is that like? Like, as far as, do you feel added pressure going into a gig like that? And I literally, I want to also just like talk about you going to Brazil to do shows. Come to Brazil.
That was wild.
Really wild. Definitely added pressure. I think I'm in a different headspace now, where I'm not like actively auditioning for Drag Race. So I'm definitely able to shift my nerves into less like, oh my God, what are people going to think about me? All eyes on me. Instead, just like have fun with it and know that like people are there for me and just really enjoy the journey for what it is.
It took me a long time to realize that when I ended up doing a show with nothing but Rue girls. And I was the only one that wasn't one. And I was like, they are expecting so much from me. They want all this from me. And then I had to think about it, and no disrespect to anybody that was on the show or anything. Of course. But they travel so often that they are just in a rote mode. Like they have their setup things, they have their setup outfits, autopilot. They know what they're doing, and they're on autopilot. And seeing them like that, I was like, oh, they truly don't care that I'm here at all. Like it means nothing to them. I'm not trying to impress them.
Right, they're like, hey, local queen.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you're just another girl here. And I was like, I have to go on stage. The only person I have anything to prove to is myself that I can get through this number without freaking out.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it doesn't matter the size of the gigs for me too. Like, I'm always so nervous. So in that regard, like when I'm in the wings of the stage, I am shaking in my boots so bad.
In your thigh-high boots.
Every time.
Yeah.
Wait, so who did you go to Brazil with? Who was on that little tour?
So it was with Gia and Laganja for the most part, and then Katya was added on for, I believe, one of the dates, and Pablo Vittar as well. And Alyssa Edwards. Yeah. And April Carry-On was on one of the dates as well.
Oh my God.
What a lineup.
It was a really fun tour, and honestly, it for the most part kind of did really start from me just making a lot of noise on Twitter and understanding the accessibility to culture and seeing how they the Brazilians operate in terms of like a passionate fandom and really giving back exactly what they had been giving me for what was honestly such a short period of time. At that point, I had been actively working in drag for like maybe a year and a half or so.
Fucking insane.
Yeah, and I just turn 20. I think I just turned 22, and it was like 2 months after that is when like that all started happening, and then I flew out.
If I were you, I would have been shitting my pants the whole time.
I didn't know what I was doing, you know?
Was that your first time like touring with drag, like traveling with drag?
Yeah, like I had done like
And you go to fucking Brazil with Alyssa and Laganja, girls who just like pack their bags in 5 seconds.
So it was like I was really like, not that I was out of my depth. I really had no idea what I was in for, and it wasn't that I was underprepared either. It was just it was like literal first immersion, like boot camp, like just pedal to the fucking metal.
You didn't have time to like practice or learn. You just had to do it.
Yeah, and I mean that's kind of like what my drag has always been anyway. Is very on the fly and having to like stick with, like, just like be by the seat of my pants or whatever that fucking phrase is. But I forgot like a majority of my makeup in America at my apartment. No. I flew out on Thanksgiving that evening, and I had been like drinking a little bit because my family had been in town. Like we did like a little brunch, and because my grandma has like her friends and stuff, and we like to watch the parade. It's like a cute thing. But I was like very like it was like my first time like being away from my boyfriend, which was going to be for like 2 weeks at that point. it was just like a lot, and I was just like very distracted, and like the one thing that happened to like not make it into my bag was a good majority of my makeup. So I had like a couple of like eyeshadow palettes when I landed, and I got into Brasilia, and I had like 3 hours to get ready for the show, and I was like, all right, so this is how we're gonna set the tone for the entire trip, huh? And
I would have lost my shit.
it was okay. Like thankfully the girl who like really helped facilitate the tour, Isa, she had like a 6-pan like cream contours like color correcting palette from MAC, and that was like
make that work.
Oh, I made it work so hard.
Is that when you just first discovered the lollipop lip?
Yeah, that's when I really started to learn that any type of makeup can be used for anything.
I remember when I first discovered that like the Jeffree Star white lipstick can be used as like an under eye thing, and I just started jamming brushes in there.
Oh yeah,
it's
liquid
like
lipsticks became my contour for the longest time.
So
Still are
easy.
for the most part.
And they last longer.
Forever.
You can't sweat them off.
Yep. It's
So
Do you sweat?
interesting.
really bad.
Really?
Like a hog meatball.
Ooh, me too, baby. My costumes is wet when I get home.
Oh yeah. All I have to do is stand at a convention and my entire backside is just like 50 shades darker, you know?
And then everyone wants to put their arm around you, and it just makes you think more, so you start sweating more.
Yeah.
It's a vicious cycle.
It's a vicious cycle.
Speaking of vicious cycles, how's Brittany?
Oh my God. We gotta
Is she
talk
on an
about
up or is she on? I know we have to talk about it.
Yeah.
Also, Alec was just saying the girl who started that podcast was
Or the
actually
hashtag.
the hashtag.
Yeah.
Well, with that podcast, she was actually just here.
You're
recording.
kidding me. No way.
Yeah, isn't that so wild? I was like, I wish they would have met.
That would, oh my God, that would have been perfect. No, it's like, I think Brittany is in this very interesting limbo space right now, post court date that she had like, 3 weeks or so ago. The one that I was protesting at very fervently. I'm on TMZ apparently, and like a bunch
Are you
of,
really?
yeah, no interview, but like there were like these weird, like far away, like paparazzi shots of like my friend Farah and I like walking around.
Oh my God.
It's so funny. Like I never thought I'd be that like folded into like Britney chronology, you know?
It didn't, at first I was like, this just seems like a wild thing. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, when her dad had that health scare and then all of a sudden she disappeared, I was like, something isn't okay with her.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I've been ride or die with Britney for a long time, as well as many stans have been. So, like, there are a lot of dots that needed to be connected. And this is this one point where we didn't realize we would ever get to in Britney's, like, arc, so to speak, where it feels remotely, I mean, to me at least, darker than 2007, because, like, at least 2007 was at her own accord and her just rebelling, versus her now 11 years later, since being put under a conservatorship where she can't actively use a smartphone, make plans without approval, or being vetted, or like driving without like an authoritative figure who's assigned to the conservatorship as well. She hasn't been allowed to
Did you not know this?
I didn't know
it's
much
a really
of this.
it's a really twisted dark web, and
a
it's
judge granted all of that.
yeah, but the thing is, because like of how much money is involved now, it's gotten super seedy and weird. Like her team has been using TMZ for the past like 6 months as their voice piece to try and diffuse the rumors of putting her away against her will, in which at the court date that I was protesting outside of, it's now on public record per the judge saying that the hearing was requested at the request of Britney Jean Spears, which means she doesn't want it. And there's several instances across the board since the jump where she has not wanted it. There's a leaked voicemail from 2009 when she was going to start the circus tour. That was her calling about like being fearful about the management that she's been put under, fearing for her custody of her babies, knowing that her father is using leverage of her custody and having any chance at getting it back as a means of forcing her into work.
Voicemail.
Yeah.
She literally is like, I just want to make sure that my dad won't stop me from keeping my kid.
Yeah, and her team has been really good at gaslighting the public.
I just like knew that there was problems within the family, but I didn't know
No, she's
it was
basically a slave to her father and her management.
Well, she wrote a song about it.
It's sad because her team, I use that very loosely, or her father's side of the team and the conservatorship have made a really good for them at least, of shifting the conversation of his illness, which I personally don't know if is real or not, but he certainly seems fine enough to be controlling every aspect of her life right now. Damn. So, you know, they've shifted the conversation from that to now, and oh my God, she's crazy. And they're able to now use that, which the public
because 2007 made her look crazy.
But because the public still can't let that go, because now you can ask any genuine, like, person who's maybe like a loose fan, be like, Britney Spears will go, oh yeah, shave your head. Like, people immediately go to, oh my God, she lost her mind. But like, she was rebelling.
She was being a normal person.
Right. Like, she wanted to shed the pop thing. Continue. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, I was
so
cutting you off. No,
I'm fascinated.
It's
you
just
have so
wild
much
that like all this happened, and it's like when people talk about 2007 Britney, I don't like when people joke about it because it's like I don't want to talk about mental illness or anything, and I will say shitty things about people, but I think in that instance I was like, I don't even think it was a mental illness. I just feel like she was like, I'm done doing this. I'm tired of people touching me. I'm tired of having to be in the middle of all this. I'm not in control of my life. Let me be a normal person.
Yeah, and that was also like before the paparazzi laws changed, which was because of her and because of that situation. And I don't know, it's just like really sad. But with that being said, this court date did finally yield for the first time in 11 years, where she has had hearings before to try and appeal, in which her team has actually not, or has found ways to not allow her to show up in person or scare her into not showing up. This was the first time she showed up. It was a private hearing. They kicked all the media out and people once she came in, and she basically stated that she wants out. And the judge said, okay, fine. And for the first time, there's now an investigation internally on what's going on. There'll be a circle back hearing. I believe the date's September 18th. And I'm sure it'll be at the same downtown courthouse by like the Disney Hall. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. But also, since the resurgence of her in the public eye with the paparazzi videos, there's a different level of comfort now. Since she had that initial court date a few weeks ago, it feels like she feels that shift is happening. Yeah. And she seems a lot more excited or hopeful than she has in a long time. So I think she said on record in a paparazzi video she's performing again soon. So her team saying that she never will perform again is just a lie to continue gaslighting the public. Them canceling the tour was leverage to force them into work.
You need to go be a pundit on cable television.
I will fight.
I want a weekly recording of her that we can just add to the podcast.
I'm totally like sucking up air in this podcast about this. I'm so sorry. Okay.
But I want a weekly recording of like where she's at so we could just tag it on.
Oh my God.
A Bible Girl moment.
Oh my God. Like a weather report.
So funny. Now we have the Britney report with Bible Girl.
Oh my God. Wow. I love that.
Okay, well, let's take a break.
Yeah. Oh yeah, break time.
We'll be right back. We all have days when we want to eat well, but just don't have the time or the energy to plan, shop, and cook.
That's exactly where Factor comes in. They deliver fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs right to your door.
With Factor, you can stay on track with your nutrition goals, whether that's high protein, balanced meals, or overall wellness, without any extra effort.
The meals are fresh, never frozen, and ready in just 2 minutes, which makes it easy to fit into your routine.
You know, I love coming home after a long day and having a tasty and filling Factor meal. It's waiting for me, and I don't have to worry about shopping. It's quick and easy, and one less thing I need to think about when I get home.
You know, I'm feral for fish right now, and I always get my fix with Factor. I recently had their scampi-styled shrimp and salmon, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint.
So get Factor today and start enjoying delicious and nutritious meals.
Head to factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50 off and use code sloppyseconds50 off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only, while supplies last until September 27th, 26. See website for more details.
That's factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50, like the number, off. Sloppy Seconds 50 off. Okay, something about me. I love shopping. If you love shopping too, you have to check out Rakuten.
And all you have to do is shop, 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 shop. And with Rakuten, you get cash back and rewards on almost everything you buy.
Exactly. Shop. Homeware, daily essentials, jeans. We're talking eBay, CVS, and even Levi's.
Ooh, so I can buy a vintage couch, tons of paper towels, and grab a new pair of jeans and still get cash back.
And that's not all. You can even stack those rewards on top of sales and coupons.
But Big Dipper, how does this magic work?
Well, I'll tell you. Rakuten is paid by partner stores to send them shoppers, and then Rakuten passes on some of that money to you, the member.
Rakuten is so real for that.
Plus, Rakuten has 17 million members who are already saving. Don't you want to become one of them?
Join for free at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app and start saving money now.
That's Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app today. Do you want to improve your sleep? Well, listen up and get a Helix.
Whether you sleep on your side, your back, your stomach, Helix makes premium mattresses that are designed to fit your specific sleep style.
You know, now that it's spring, why not upgrade your sleep game and get a Helix mattress?
And you know what?
What?
I can guarantee you that they have a mattress for you with over 20 different styles and models for you to sleep on. I love sleep. I can't get enough of it.
And I love my Helix mattress. So ever since I got the big and tall, I know we go on and on about it, but it's a perfect fit for me. I haven't had a mattress before that I was able to select a model from, and I'm so happy I got to do that with Helix.
And I, too, have the big and tall model, and it's perfect for my big and tall body. I loved it so much, I got a second one from a guest room.
True.
Yes, baby. And the people are sleeping great in there when they eventually do sleep in there.
Best of all, Helix delivers right to your door with free shipping in the US, and you can get a 120-night sleep trial to make sure that it's right for you.
You also get peace of mind because Helix mattresses are backed by a limited lifetime warranty and have been recognized by experts at places like Forbes and Wired. And me. I am a sleep expert too.
Period. Go to helixsleep.com/sloppy to get up to 27% off site-wide during their Memorial Day sale.
That's helixsleep.com/sloppy and make sure you enter sloppy seconds after checkout so that they know that we sent you.
helixsleep.com/sloppy.
Get yourself a Helix.
Okay, we're back.
Ask the internet for money. That's what I do. Ask the internet for money.
All you do is ask the internet for money.
I got them one. Oh, yeah, you do Cameo.
Well, yeah, I only needed it for a short window so I could get my lips done before DragCon.
Yeah. I literally, my cameos are $100 because I was like, I don't want to do them unless it's for $100. And I did 3 in one day and I was like, well, that paid for my fucking motorcycle classes, so I'm done.
Totally. No, that's right. Yeah, I just found it to justify enough expense. I'm like, all right, I'll pick her back up when I need to. They're very hands-on, which I appreciate over at Cameo. Shout out to Paulina.
Oh, come on, Paulina. Ooh, diva.
Yeah.
Wait, so you got your lips done like right before Jack?
Oh yeah, and I got smile line filler with like the little bit of Juvederm that was left in the syringe too. Yeah.
I need that.
Yeah,
right
I didn't even know I needed it. And then when the nurse was like, I got you, like, where would you like this? I was like, I don't know. Like, what would you think? She's like, did you ever get your smile lines done before? I was like, no, but I have been talking about it. Let's do it. And she just fucking, jammed the needle. And I was like,
I want someone to do Juvederm just all under here.
I mean, honestly, in the smile line, it changed the game, Ma.
Really?
Like, yeah, in the past,
no creasing or anything?
No, in the past, 6 months, the creasing has gotten really bad. And even like when I had first gotten it done last week, I literally had a show that night with Tammy and Andrina.
You're truly not supposed to do makeup for like 2 days, right?
I'm fine.
You're like, okay.
Me? I'm fine.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
but like it was funny because like going into DragCon, I definitely had like lumpiness in my like on like day one, I had like smile line lumps and like my lips were like, and I let the evolution be a part of the character for the week. I was like,
It's part of the
whatever.
look. I know I have this zit that just will not go away, and I had that all DragCon.
Yep, it's always like your skin is gorge until the convention, right? Yeah, it's love it.
I blame going to Atlanta like 2 days before DragCon.
But you put so much makeup on that you can't really see.
You can see, in my mind, you can see the texture, especially if someone's up close.
The texture is my biggest issue.
People are like, you look great today. And I'm like, no. To you, maybe.
Yeah,
to me, I could look better.
Yeah.
Wait, weren't you going to say something about your Airbnb in Atlanta?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. It was actually a Mr. B&B. It was the first time I ever used that app, but it was a whole house. I wasn't staying with somebody because I didn't understand. Before this, going into this, I didn't know that Mr. B&B was basically like a hookup app, but like you get to live in my house.
Oh, you're like a pool boy?
I don't think I think some people treat it like that, but you have to know what you're signing up for.
Well, I was
some
not,
of them are full on Airbnbs. They're just gay owned. So it's
what I
gay
thought
so
it
I was
was.
trying to give my money to a gay person.
I think there are also some ads that are like,
That's a good way to look at it.
I have an extra spot in my king size bed.
That's not what I was. I rented the whole house to myself. Was what the goal was.
Oh my God.
So I get off the plane. I'm in Atlanta. I realized that like everything that I had been doing up to that point, I thought I was getting there at 10 a.m., but I was actually like there at like 2 and I needed to start getting ready right after that. So I was already rushed. I show up to the house and I go to like knock on the door. Or no, I go to lift up the carpet because the key was under it. And someone answers the door and he goes, "Oh, sorry. I'm in this Airbnb or I'm in this Mr. B&B for like 2 more days." And I went, "Well, no, I'm supposed to be in it today until Tuesday." And they were like, "Well, no, I mean, there was a misunderstanding and she's been talking to me. Did she not message you or anything?"
Whoop.
And I went,
Oh my
"No,
God.
she didn't call me." And he goes, "Well, where are you coming from?" And I was like, "Los Angeles. I just flew in." He goes, "Oh, she thought you were like from Atlanta." And I went, "That has nothing to do with any of this. Can I talk to her?" So I start trying to call her and she doesn't answer the phone.
Oh, no.
And then I go, "Can you call her?" And she answers the phone for him. And I go, "Give me that fucking phone." And so I take the phone and I start talking. I go, "Excuse me, what's going on? He's saying that he's supposed to be here. This is where I'm supposed to stay. Now I'm in a situation where I don't know where I'm going." And she was like, "Well, I'm so sorry. I'm at work right now. I can't really do anything, but like it's double booked. My partner booked it and now I don't know." And I went, "Well,
She tried to blame a
she
website.
tried to blame a website." And I went, "I'm sorry. I don't care what happened. I need my money back and I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do.
Right.
Am I supposed to go find a hotel right now? Like I flew in thinking that this was a done deal. You emailed me the instructions this fucking morning.
Whoop,
And
whoop.
if you didn't have the fucking audacity to call me and tell me like, oops, we double booked, the common courtesy to be like, sorry, you need to rebook before you get
You're
here."
so heated
but I
now.
fucking show up and the door.
I'd be fucking
no,
pissed.
I was livid because then I had to end up start calling around.
Well, how can you do that to somebody?
Yeah,
like, it's fucked
and
up.
know full well that I'm going to show up at 3:00 and you have until 3:00 that day to call me and you don't
Right.
tell me nothing. So then I like go on there and start yelling at her and she cancels on her end so that I get my refund,
Okay.
which is fine, but she canceled like 2 days later. So I had
So
to
you
end
were
up-
under the impression that you weren't getting your money back for a while.
for a while. And so I was like going off on her because it was like a lot. It was a whole house for a full weekend.
Well, also those apps, you never know, like social media or different apps in general like that now, like they're so not user friendly that we've
Right.
also had like this conditioning instilled within us to like be so terrified that any help we need is not going to remotely come towards
Yeah.
us. So
Right.
it's like it adds to the urgency.
But for me, the urgency was just kind of like, how are you going to fix this for me?
Well,
like,
right,
what are
right.
you
No,
going to do for
absolutely.
me? And all she did was just like, "I'm so sorry, I can't help."
Also, I find that like, especially with traveling or like logistical coordinating,
Sure.
apps like Lyft or Uber or just anything that has like automatic, like you call your Lyft and then you can watch it drive to you. Or
Right.
like if on Venmo, it's like, I'm sending money. And then it's like, you could get an email and
Yeah.
an alert. And then they show that it's like when you make a logistical plan and someone goes, "Okay, cool. We'll see you in 2 weeks."
Yeah.
That
You're
morning,
like-
she
Yeah.
emailed me. That morning she knew. So she had all day to call me and tell
Yeah.
me and waited until I got there and it tried to ignore my phone calls until someone else
Right.
I was just like, this is not how you treat somebody.
Right. And then we think about how people used to travel. Like people literally used to just be
Out in the middle of nowhere.
I'll figure it out when I get there, or I hope this map is the same as the road in front of me. We are so conditioned to like expect confirmation and
Yeah.
expect, oh, your order's on the way. Oh,
Yes.
it got scanned in
Yes.
so and so. Oh, we'll see you tomorrow. That we start to, and then we freak out about nothing. And
Yep.
we also, I think, I mean, that I'm not saying you freaked out about
I
nothing.
was like, about nothing. There was a man in my home.
No, I mean, we freak
I
out.
was gonna slap him. Hope she felt it.
But you know what I mean? Like, and then we also schedule our lives in a crazy way where we
Yes.
go, "Oh, I'll just make the plans when I get their hotel tonight." Oh, I'll just do it right now.
Yeah, I just don't. I think from this point forward, I will just bite the bullet and pay the extra $50 that it's gonna fucking be to
Yeah.
know that the room exists.
Yeah, there's
Exactly.
too much margin for
You
error
can't
otherwise.
and so I'm done. Well, Airbnb, I've never been. And one time Airbnb kind of messed up the booking by a day or something, and they fixed it by just getting me a whole new place for a full week.
That's nice.
At a lower price in New York City. So I was like, I'm fine with Airbnb.
Sure.
Should have used Airbnb.
Well, you try to give your money to gay people and you should have given it to big straight corporations.
That's true.
Well, yeah, everyone uses Uber still.
Well,
they still hate the gays.
They'll support us this month.
Yeah. Oh, this 1 month. That's what I want to talk about.
Okay.
I fucking hate.
Pull the mic away.
I hate the H&M like year round won't sell gay shit, and then like June, Calvin Klein, June, we have a fucking underwear pack for you. I don't understand why gays are like, yes, they care.
Well,
like, how is it so hard to see?
It's a double-edged sword because you feel like, oh, the mainstream is accepting and uplifting.
They're exploiting us for 1 month.
It's exploitation.
Right, but you feel that way where you're like, oh, I go to Starbucks, 3 times a week on my way
Starbucks
to work.
is one of the only companies that I feel like is gay friendly year round.
Well, and now they're adding a lot of branches on their printed name tags have preferred pronouns.
Perfect.
Yeah, they're also really great with like trans benefits as well, right?
Yeah.
My friend's dad owns Starbucks, and she is like the one who
owns a Starbucks?
No, the
You're kidding.
Do you know her?
I might have to get to know her.
You want to be an ambassador, babe?
Oh,
a dragon fruit ambassador?
There'll be a
Klarna.
There'll be a Lady Gaga drink, an Ariana Grande drink, and a Bible Girl.
And a Bible. I can see that.
God. What color would it be?
Bloody red.
Okay.
Okay.
Or, I don't know, old Bible Girl. It'll just be white, like your under eye.
Purple.
Used to be purple.
But you know what I mean? If you go to Target every day, you go wherever, and then they're going, oh, look at these queer people wearing our rainbows. There's a inclination to feel, wow, I'm being seen by a global thing. I'm being seen by this thing.
Yeah.
But it is totally exploitative. And then when it only happens in June and the track record is like, I mean, it's just like fucking Trump tweeting like a pride tweet, and then you're like,
that was so wild. I was like, hey, remember
how did you even
all
do
this
that?
shit for gay people?
Yeah. Let alone ban trans people from the military.
Literally, he said LGBT, and you're like, no, you put T in there. You don't mean that because you literally banned people.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to our next segment.
Fuck Trump, by the way.
Yes.
Fuck Trump!
Always fuck Trump. Now it's time for Food Break.
Ooh.
In today's food break, I got us
Jaw drop from
pie
Bible.
hole pie.
Yeah.
I've never
That's
had.
a key
Really?
lime.
Never. Oh my gosh.
This one is an apple crumble, and then this one I thought would be fun. It's called a cereal killer, and it's
Shut
a cereal.
up.
Oh.
I don't think you understand how much I love snacking.
Do you love
Really?
snacking? Well,
Yeah.
dig on in. Hold on. There's napkins and forks in the bag.
Oh my gosh.
Which pie would you like to break it?
I'm not sure. They all sound great.
I'm actually very surprised that you did not get a savory pie.
They were not available at 10
They have
o'clock this morning.
savory pies.
They have like full-blown little
lunch.
chicken pot pies.
Chicken
and
pot
stuff.
pie, shepherd's pie.
Oh my gosh.
They do like frittatas. They do quiches.
Oh my
Pie
God.
hole is
It's
the
right
ish.
in the arts district.
Yes.
And there's one
I
in
love that area.
And there's one in Hollywood.
in Hollywood and North Hollywood by the. Oh no, that's not a pie hole. That's a house of pies.
Oh yeah, and their pie is not nearly.
Nope,
as good.
nope.
All right. I'm curious
I'm gonna
about.
go for this key lime because that's
Well,
my
and
favorite.
I'm
We all
having the
went
apple
for different
crumble.
ones. I'm going for serial killer. Get a little Fruit Loop on there.
Oh, I get it. Cereal color. That's fine.
Oh, that's a good key lime.
I feel like key lime is such an adult flavor,
I love key lime pie.
but like I wasn't into like lemon and lime when I was younger. Like I like Sprite, but that was just sugar.
Yeah, I like Sprite. I was like, that doesn't even taste like lemon lime.
But to me, you like grow into like lime. I feel like lime is a very like adult.
It's like you grow into blue cheese.
Have you had like the chocolate dipped key lime pies in Key West?
No.
Bitch, on like
Key West, are you a Florida girl at heart?
I'm from. I was born in Florida.
Really?
Wait, I thought you were just like upstate New York royalty hunting.
No.
That cereal is so.
So this reminds me, before I get to the key lime, this reminds me, my great grandma, may she rest in peace. Her name's Shirley. She's like old school Jewish. She would always make like noodle pudding, and noodle pudding in those ingredients There's that like frosted flake situation in there in between the layers of like noodles. So it's like a sweet lasagna, if that makes sense.
That does make
Without
sense.
like a sauce. It's just like a ricotta, like creamy, cheesy kind of scenario.
But it's like a dessert.
So good. That's exactly what that reminds me of.
Mm-hmm. Weird. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, it's good. You'll like it.
I feel like it'll be like. I feel like Texas has a version of it that I will know.
But yeah, so in Key West, there are these like frozen food carts that have key lime pie frozen and dipped with hard shell chocolate on a stick.
Oh,
and it's so
that sounds good.
That sounds literally incredible. I'm going to Key West in September.
You need to get that. It is so good.
It's on my list. I've put it on my list.
I feel like Key West, like beach, like touristy food and Texas rodeo food are very similar.
Super similar.
Like a lot of fried ice creams, a lot of just like funnel cake.
It's like
served
fair
in the
food.
Weirdest way. Yeah.
I'm going to Key West for a bear event.
Oh, really?
Oh my God.
Is Key West a big bear destination?
It's a big like retired gay scenario, and so there are bear weekends every weekend of the year. I feel like there are bear runs. They call them runs.
Well, why? Because bears ain't running.
Well, I think so
Bear roll.
I think it has a couple different like. You know how
Like
there's
one of these runs?
A little ex-Tina.
Okay. No?
Okay.
Did you want to try one? Are you a
get
singer?
a run? Can we get a run from you?
She's eating pie.
I'm gonna run out the dough.
No, okay, so you know how there's that weird thing with bears and then the word woof?
Yeah.
And like woof is what a dog says.
Yeah.
But in the bear community, everyone woofs at each other.
Sure, valid point.
So when
You've been in the bear community quite a bit, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm involved.
you're a full
You're full
Goldilocks.
bear.
So when dogs aren't dogs in a run, like don't you put dogs in like a dog run?
like a ski run.
Oh.
So I think there's a weird mixture with that because the bear is an animal and then they call it a bear run because everyone stays at the same hotel.
That's cute though.
Yeah. And so there are all of these.
Yeah, I went to one of those events. It's not cute. They call it the pool. What did they call it? The bear soup. Bear soup. Because what? Sorry, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Because when you leave, I can't even think about it. When you get out,
Sunscreen.
and it's the last day, the pool is murky and full of hair
And sunscreen.
and probably cum and lube and everything else.
Well, you
and
see,
they
like,
have to
the
change
film on
the
top.
water. Yes, and it shines. It looks like an oil slick.
Oh my
it's
God.
so gross. And by the last day, no one's in the pool.
Bear soup.
Shut
Bear
up.
soup. They're all in the jacuzzi.
The freaks are in the pool slurping it up.
Yeah, I have actually, I'll show you a video of Cabrina
God.
sucking the biggest dick I've ever seen in a pool.
I want to see. Sorry, Cabrina. Selling you up the river here.
Right.
She knows. I sent it to everybody she knows.
Wait, you made such a face when I called you Goldilocks.
No, because I've never heard that before.
Oh, is your partner a bear?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, no. More like otter, if anything, I guess.
Not the nipple tweak. Also, you can't see the
Stop.
dick from here.
Oh, she went on surveillance.
Yeah, you're from across. I thought you actually had a video of him sucking a dick.
I mean, that's a video of him sucking a dick. And
You can't-
I'm sorry that you didn't.
Is he also like full on ass naked in the pool, or is
Probably.
that just
Yes,
deceivingly?
actually, yeah, because I think that was right after they did the lube slide.
The nipple
That's
tweak is the
gorgeous.
best part. The reach
He's
up.
reaching up. I mean, he must be kicking his legs because that's the deep end. He's I need to describe the video.
Okay.
There's a gorgeous black man sitting on the edge of the
You're
pool.
also 1 mile away, so actively zooming in on the video.
Should I have walked over to the pool, Diva?
She's got the
You
fish
tell
lens
me,
attachment.
Anyway, so she's sitting the fish. It's like the TMZ video of you.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Just super zoom from across the street.
So she's sitting legs spread, and Cabrina's in the water, but arms on his thighs, like elbows on the thigh, but one arm is tweaking a nipple while his legs are kicking to keep him up, and he's sucking on that dick like it's air.
Okay, we're gonna transition into
Oh, fuck time!
Fuck Talk, which is our last segment.
What's our last segment where we tell a fun story or a terrible sexual experience that you've had at any point in your life. Or it could be like about a sexual experience that was happening around you. We don't want to make you uncomfortable.
No, I'm not uncomfortable at all.
But
I got a lot to think about.
I want to talk about what we were just talking about with the nipple. That experience of when you're sucking a dick and like you're not familiar with the person's body.
Oh.
And you're looking for the nipple, but you're busy down low, and then your arm is like, you're like, is it up here? Mm-hmm. Is it down?
Why is one higher than the other?
Right, like you can't quite find it. And if you're like with a chubby dude, you're sort of like, oh, it's in here. And then you're under the boob and you're like, oh no, it's
and then you're like,
top.
Can you lift up? I'm stuck.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. My hand came out slimy.
I love it, it's not searching for Bobby Fischer. It's just searching for the
Bobby's nipple.
Yeah, exactly. Searching for Bobby's nipple.
Do you have a fun...
He's grown up now, right? That's fine.
He's great.
Fine.
Bobby's back.
Bobby's back.
Do you remember Bobby's World? That cartoon?
Yes, I loved that.
That was a good... Who was that about?
Wasn't Louis Anderson a voice on that?
Yeah, I think he was...
I used to watch it. Was it on like Fox Family before it became ABC?
And the mom was a great character too, right?
Yeah. Anyway, Bobby's World. Look it up.
Maybe Louis had his own cartoon.
Do you have a fun sex story this week, or should I tell mine about that I just remembered thinking about the East Village?
Why don't you start?
I'll start.
Lead us in. Maybe
I've already told this one. Did I tell a story about
No.
Mark that. And
Howie Mandel was Bobby's World. Louis had a whole other show.
Louis, where he was a kid version of himself. Anyway.
And so, now he's a woman.
No.
On Baskets.
On Baskets, but not in real life.
I know.
He didn't Caitlyn us.
I know.
Lied to us.
Keep going.
I was in New York City, and it was the East Village, and I was having a wonderful time, and I'm like, I was desperate. So it's okay to fuck ugly people. Just know that they're ugly and be okay with it.
Paper bag.
Well, I mean, sometimes fucking an ugly guy is good because they work harder. So this guy was like, let's go hang out. And so he took me to go get some pommes frites. And then we went and got some falafel, and then he was...
Is that French fries?
Yeah, but it was like...
It burnt down.
Really?
It blew up.
Yeah.
The building behind it had a gas leak, and it blew up.
The whole corner went up.
Killed a bunch of people, which is kind of sad. But last time I was there, there's a beautiful new building.
This is my favorite afters.
Pommes frites. And
they do the fries in the cone, right?
Yeah, and you can get whatever sauces you want on the side. And it's literally out of the fryer into your hand.
So good.
You cannot eat it until you get home. It's so hot. But I used to live.
Wait, so you're saying you put those up your butt? What's your sex story?
Yeah. Well, so we had left Eastern Bloc and we walked over to get that. And so I was like, oh, after we eat, this is probably going to turn into a hookup. And so I was like, I'm going to be very thin and go get me a falafel next door. So I did that. And then, he was like, let's go back to, we can't go back to my place, but we can go here. And we walk into a building, not like a apartment building, like an office building, and we go up and we walk through, and it's like a magazine office. And I was like, what is this? Why are there so many anchors and weird shit on the walls, and why is there like computers everywhere? And he was like, oh yeah, my dad owns Market.
Just don't say it.
Shouldn't say that?
No.
Oh, okay, I won't say it again. And then I love you, Alec. And then
such an asshole.
We took me into this back room that had it looked like the version of those porn rape rooms where it's here, sit on this sofa and we'll record you. And so, but he pulled the sofa out while I'm just sitting there eating fries thinking, how am I going to get out of this?
Yeah.
I was like, I need to go. So he starts trying to kiss me. And
remind us, you found him not that attractive?
No, I wasn't super into it. But this made it
you were into it for the story.
No, I wasn't. I was just kind of I'm horny. I'll go home with this guy. And then slowly everything started turning into oh, this is not going to happen. And I didn't know how to politely say it. So he starts making out with me. He was like, I'll be right back, and left the room. And so in that moment, I'm like, I gotta break free. So I bust out of that room. And so I'm in the main office just looking for an exit. Just an exit sign.
Were you fully clothed?
Yeah, nothing had really happened yet. We had just been eating and he had been kissing me. No, I left the french fries behind, but I was still hanging on to the falafel that I had not taken a bite out of.
Good.
And so I'm basically bust out the back side door and the alarm sounds and I start running down the stairs. We were only on like the 3rd or 4th floor and I start running down the fire escape stairs and bust out the back door, still holding the falafel. And I run home and I got home and fell asleep like holding the falafel. And when I woke up to like 7 or 8 texts from a number that was in my phone as, "Hey girl, hey," asking where I was. And that was my hookup story.
Do you get triggered when you eat Mediterranean food?
No, but I get triggered when I see anchors.
Anchors away.
And that's it.
That is wild.
Well, I'm glad your falafel survived.
I didn't even eat it because I fell asleep holding it. I woke up with it in my hand.
And then did you eat it in the morning?
No, I'm not that person.
I am.
Really?
100%.
I feel like falafel specifically is hard.
I think once the bread goes soggy, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like when I told you I don't mind the snackage, I have no shame when
Are you the type of gal that
next to
after a gig, do you order food to your house like on the way home?
Hardcore. Like 40-piece McNugget hardcore.
Yep. It's always like too much food and yet I find a way to finish it.
Oh yeah, and there's always breakfast.
Always.
My sex story is also similar. It does not end in any sort of sex or eating. But when I was living in New York, I was working at this restaurant, and this guy it was slow often when I would work. It was a new restaurant, and he would always message me on Scruff and sending me like a lot of pictures, whatever. And we would chat. But he always wanted me to breed him, and I wasn't really into that at the time. You love to say that I raw dog all the time.
I think you do. Well, I don't think you have sex anymore as much as I think you just blow old dudes.
Yeah, I really like blowing old dudes.
Truly has not like fucked someone in a hot minute.
No,
it's been close to what, a year now?
No. No.
Year and a half? 2?
No, I do fuck people. I often just, though, for just hookup sex, I don't, I always use condoms. Even though I'm on PrEP.
Blowjays are cool with me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, I'm fine with it. I'm just saying I don't know when the last time you talked was. I feel like we talk about it a lot. And I feel like
happened recently.
When?
Just a little bit ago.
Like an hour ago?
No. like 2 weeks ago.
Where?
At my house.
Yay.
With whom?
A gentleman who I had fucked before.
At least he's a gentleman.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm happy for you. 2 weeks ago.
He's a nice guy.
Good.
He's married, but he's nice.
Love that for you.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
Does his husband know?
His husband might know. I know
that ain't your business.
Yeah, I know they're open. I don't think they.
Oh, well, then you're in.
I don't think they do like reporting. I don't think there's like an accounting sheet, but I think they're open.
No one's tallying.
So this guy, when I was living in New York,
that one bomb and fuck.
All of them are so good. When I was living in New York, so this guy at the restaurant would message me, and he always wanted me to breed him, and I wasn't into that, so I kept sort of dodging. But he was always so close on the scruff. So then he started coming in with his husband, and they would sit and have like burgers and hang out and flirt with me and tip me really well. And then he would go home, and then he would message me, and then he'd be like,
that tip?
He'd be like,
want another one?
He would be like, come up and fuck me in the ass. And I would just be like, And I was considering like I kept trying to convince him to use a condom. He didn't want to, so I was like, nah, I'm not going to really fuck. I was dating someone at the time, whatever. So then like within moments of not moments, but within like a week or two, I don't know why I said moments, I found him I found his XTube channel, and it was just a parade of people in the apartment fucking him. And I was like, oh, he probably also wants to film it, which I don't want to do.
Yeah.
But it was this really interesting scenario of like just a light chat. And then, I met you in person, and like, our interests don't necessarily line up, so I'm going to pass. And then I found his whole. But then, I fucking masturbated to his XTube page a bunch.
And do you remember the title of that page?
I don't remember the title of the page, but I remember what he looked like.
She got it bookmarked.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, good for you. But I wonder when, I'm always curious when that conversation comes up.
Can I film?
Right.
Yeah, how does it take that turn?
Like, do you fuck once and then go, hey, you should come back, I love to film it? Do you fuck once and they film you secretly and then they go, look at this, how hot it is?
Do you walk into the set?
Right.
Yeah.
Is it rolling?
Yeah.
It's a hot set already.
Do they pull the sofa out and you're in like a maritime magazine place?
You're horrible. Okay, Bible girl.
Oh my God. So I had one, but then I just thought of one that's might even be better because it's actually one that I've probably, I don't even know if I've told my boyfriend.
Yes!
Oh, Bible secret.
It's a really crazy one. So it was before I did drag, right?
Okay.
And so it's back in like 2013 and I'm at a party I'm at Susan Barsh's on top, like, it's the summer, like, living our best life on the roof. I'm with one of my girlfriends who I was in college with at the time. And we had just gotten onto break, and there's this older guy who was dressed well, seemed like he was just like nice and conversational with other people at the bar. And then he turned to us and was chatting, offered to buy us some drinks. We're like, sure. He's still gabbing our ears off. He's clearly fucked up on probably blow and enough alcohol, to be honest.
I love that balance.
Yeah, great, delicate one. And and he's like just egregiously like going on about like how much he loves his mom, and he's just like great, like he seems like just a nice guy with a lot of money and love.
Always good to make friends with those ones in New York.
And I'm probably like 19, and so we get like plenty drunk at the Standard, and then we go from there to the McDonald's on like 27th and 8th by my old college campus. So it's him, me, and my girlfriend, in which he buys us all McDonald's.
Love that.
And then he takes us from McDonald's to his apartment, which is on, it's overlooking Central Park South. So,
okay.
And then we come to find out in the car ride up there that he owned what was at the time like a really big queer hotel.
Oh.
Yeah. And
there's only one of those.
You know that? Are you familiar?
Have you been?
Yeah. So I get up there. We get up to his apartment. It's massive. He's in a duplex, like private, like doorman, whole thing. We get up to the top penthouse. And it's then there we find out that he has a husband. And I'm like, I don't know what this means. Or he's like asleep. He's got Shiba Inus running all over the place, literally feeding them like McDoubles. My girlfriend and I are like, what is happening? We're up here right now. It's like 4:35 in the morning. We're watching the sun come up, like in this like widescreen, like IMAX kind of view overlooking Central Park South, and just kind of being shown like every room in the apartment, how like every room had like a theme to like a world or a culture or a country or something.
Rich people truly do love to show you around their house.
And it was like black market shit too.
Oh God.
But rich gay people are crazy.
They are nuts.
So my girlfriend winds up getting like really tired, falls asleep on the couch in like this parlor. He then takes me up into the master area, where he takes me through the master bedroom in which his partner is asleep.
Stop.
Yes. Wait.
Into the bathroom?
Into the bathroom, into the shower, which is set up like a sauna shower situation.
Probably as big as this room.
About half the size, but pretty big. We make out, whatever, like your little hookup thing. And I'm just like, all right, like I'm tired. I need to go lay down. He then like puts me, it's like out of like Cinderella. I'm like in a turret of like his like mansion apartment thing that's like being under construction. So it's like, God. I'm asleep in this guest room, and then like I just go to bed, and he like comes into there and tries to like hook up with me. I'm like, go away. I'm tired. And then the next morning I come back down, and my girlfriend wakes up on the couch. She's like, is this real? Like that was like the first thing I realized. I was like, I have no idea. So that's one part of that story. And then about a year later, I love this. No. I have no context further on from this point, but a year later, someone who was at like his venue or was out with him, who was like my age, even like early 20s, was found dead in his apartment.
What?
In a bathtub. So somehow I avoided something.
Avoided murder or death.
But
was it an OD? Because I feel like
it was never really clear.
OD.
So
Holy shit.
That's fucking nuts. Well, I'm glad you made it out alive,
Me
Diva.
too.
Me too. Anyway, that's my story.
And free McDonald's.
Oh, that was like maybe the best story we've ever had.
Free
That was
Bible girl.
No,
Free Bible girl.
That was like no fuck talk.
Yeah.
That was really solid. Yeah, I felt like I had to match that energy a little bit.
Yeah,
I
and
love
you did amazingly. Where can everybody find you, Bible?
You can find me online everywhere at BibleGirl666 or Not Bible Girl and at dragqueenmerch.com.
You have 2 full-blown Instagrams.
Well, that secondary one came after they deleted
After
me.
they deleted you and then gave it back. Well, they went through. Well, let's do it. Who cares?
I raised hell.
You did raise hell. Wait, so they deleted you and Rubber, and they like went on like a deleting.
They deleted
spree.
Rubber first, and I was a casualty probably like 4 months later, and I was like in Canada, so I had very like not consistent service. So I was like on my account like at 6 a.m. in between cities. Like I was in my hotel getting ready to check out and go to the airport to get to the next place in Canada. And I just did like the usual social check, like as I rolled over in bed, everything was fine. And I get to my gate to get to the next spot, and one of my friends texted me, he was like, did you block me on Instagram? I was like, no. I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, well, you're not showing up. And I was like, what do you mean? And I went and I like clicked on Instagram, and it showed my like timeline for a second, like on your home feed. And then it auto logged me out. I like watched it happen, logged me out, and said like, you've been suspended, blah, 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 you violated terms. And I had an email saying I violated terms, but had no idea what I did. And it didn't like link.
Never tell you.
It didn't link to a post. There was no hit us back if there's been an issue. It's just like, you've been suspended indefinitely. And there was like no promise of anything ever returning. And I was like, what the fuck? And I mean, I didn't make an account for like a week, but I like started making a lot of noise on Twitter. Hornet did a report on it like the weekend of
You make news.
God
baby.
bless Miss Hornet. They like asked Alaska to like contribute to the interview.
God.
So it was
I
like
remember that.
So it was like there was a good lens on it for sure. So it was literally the day after the Hornet review or the Hornet article went up. I was getting ready for a day gig. I was filming something with Mike at the time, and in the middle of getting ready, my phone started blowing up with a bunch of texts, which I guess they got like the follow notification from when it got reactivated. They're like, oh my God, your Instagram's back. I was like, no way.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
They deleted mine for a quick second.
I remember.
because of one Miss Derek Berry. Wasn't a fan.
Oh, but she's a fan now.
She is a fan now. I was upset that I didn't get to go see her perform at that wedding on Saturday.
Well,
She's so cute.
She's a dancer.
where can people find
Everyone
you?
can find me
Meatball?
at Spiciest Meatball on Instagram
And
and
I'm
Fat
at-
Drag Meatball on my Twitter because I can't get spiciest.
And I am at Big Dipper Jelly. You can follow our podcast at Sloppy Pod and send us an email at sloppysecondspod@gmail.com.
Send us questions, send us recipes, send me pictures of your silicone dick. And if you want me to fist you, I have still yet to fist somebody. Please let me.
Wait, recipes? Are you going to cook?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like that's something people always ask for. Recipes,
Send us
advice.
recipes.
You never fisted nobody.
I still have yet to fist
Have
somebody.
you?
I have.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. You're the only one.
Alan?
Oh, okay. Two on two. We
It
can
was
play
a
basketball.
very early morning.
Oh my God.
Another 5 a.m.
All right, let's
All right,
hit
no.
it. Bye.
Sloppy Seconds with Big Dipper and Meatball is a Forever Dog podcast.
Executive produced by Joe Cilio, Brett Boehm, and Alex Ramsey.
Mixed and mastered by Alex Sarche.
Our logo art is by Christian Cimarroni.
And our theme song was written by Mike Malarkey.